gonna have Battle Fader Kappa. So you guys can see how good this deck is. Alright, let's go, guys. We got the new Cyber Dragon combo to one-shot OTK. Wow, this is a godly hand. We got the Clockwork Knight. This is the only card that really matters here. So he's playing Adamantipator. That's great. I'm hoping it is, again, something meta. And then we've got Lightning Storm to negate anything that he could throw out that would stop me from going for my combo. So I'm just going to bait out. If he has something that just like is an Omni negate, obviously we Lightning Storm it, and then we follow up with the Clockwork, hit him up with the Card Destruction Limiter. Cyber Emergency is probably going to be the start of the combo though, because I actually do want this Card Destruction to go off. So yeah, it'll be great, and this is pretty much game over for our opponent here. I hope he doesn't rage quit. Like, I already have game in my hand. If you guys don't know what this combo is, we convert everything to the machine, and then we just one-shot him. And what's cool with this deck is there really isn't any monster effects that can be stopped, because it's just like you fuse with his board, and he can't really do anything about it. Okay. And there's really nothing in the graveyard that he can banish at the moment, but there can be if we go for Overload. But I have Limiter, so I don't need that part of the combo anyways. Alright. It doesn't matter if he, like, special summons more monsters, unless... Oh, he's only got 2 monsters, though. Oh. Well, this guy's kind of making things a little bit more difficult. So I wanted him to have more cards on the board, so this would get more value. So I guess we can start off with this, because we want to see if he's got any, like, extra cards. And we're gonna see Max C. Okay, I guess he's doing OCG. No problem, no problem. So Core will actually grab us another card from our deck to our hand. There's also another card where it's like, where is it? Shoot, is it Nasher? The one that where you discard one other monster and you get a special summon it, and then you can target machine and bring that card back. So you can get back 2 things over here, which can be kind of nice for the combo, but for the sake of this, we're just going to go for Core to start off our combo. And also, we'll start off with, I guess, giving him an extra card. Okay, so he's going to go activate that effect, bring back the other Adamantipator. Oh, great. Bring out more cards. I need you to bring out more cards, my friend. So what we're going to do now is we are going to activate the clock. And at this point, it's already game over. All we need to do is Clockwork Knight. We can go special summon the Cyber Dragon. And then it's game. Cyber Dragon Limiter. This is like the basic. I'll show you guys another duel where my opponent actually like has like another turn. But this deck can very consistently do this. It's so easy to do it. Okay, we select all of them, and now we have a monster with massive attack. And he'll draw 1 card, but it doesn't really matter. Now, I could normal summon Cyber Dragon Core and go for more things, but I just want to show you guys the basic understanding of it. If your opponent has 3 monsters, that's game. So we can go ahead and just attack. And then we're going to go ahead and just activate this. GG's. Oh, well, we were supposed to do it, I guess, and then chain it, but you guys get the idea. I don't think he's gonna have Battle Fader Kappa. So you guys can see how good this deck is, but let's go to a gameplay of, like, where the guy actually lasts more than, like, 1 second. But that's, like, the goal of this deck. Alright, let's go. New Cyber Dragon stuff. Alright, so it looks like the guy went for a first turn, safer play. It looks like it's Dragon Bait, some sort of, like, Dragon Link deck. What we're playing is the new Cyber Dragon. It's not necessarily a Cyber Dragon support, like, specifically for Cyber Dragons, but obviously it works quite well. So let's see what he ends up making at turn 1. So hopefully it's a bunch of negations, because we got the Lightning Storm to bait out at 1. We've got Magical Mallet to cycle through things. We've got this if I really have to negate more, though. But pretty much all we are trying to do is just let him have as much board presence as possible. There's not really anything that can interrupt this combo, which is actually really nasty, because it's just a contact fusion. Alright, so Evelyn Spheres, okay, cool. He's going to go ahead and go for a play. Red MD, there we go. Yeah, please get out all the monsters. And then we got the limiter already ready here. So all we really need to do, if he has like a Omni Negate, I can use this to bait it. I can also use this. It doesn't really matter. Either one is fine. So we'll bait out something. And we should be okay. So he'll combo for hopefully like 3 or 4 more minutes because I got things to do today. And then we activate it, we absorb, he gets 1 tap. Like, all we really need, he only needs 3 monsters, guys. 3 monsters, and it's game over with limiter removal. The reason why is I get to contact with his monsters, and just any card that counts as Cyber Dragon. And we're playing a Cyber Dragon deck, so like, pretty much like 90% of the monsters, let's say like it counts as Cyber Dragon on the field or in the graveyard. Alright, so like I said, all we need is 3. And then we have Lightning Storm to pop whatever back row, if the back row actually matters. It might not. But it's a pretty straightforward deck. Okay, so he's going for Twin Triangle Dragon. 5 or higher. I don't know if I've seen people play this. Is this like a normal thing? Okay. Alright, so Noctovision Dragon. I don't know if I've seen this card. You know, it's been so long since I've seen like Dragon Link, but like, I generally don't see like Dragon Maid Link. Oh, again, it's just 3 monsters. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to activate this. We're going to hit everything. I mean, I doubt his back row is anything. So we just all of it. I just need 1 card. Alright, there we go. That's literally all I needed. But, he does have 1 back row. So I'm going to, at least, it doesn't do anything, right? Okay, so it doesn't matter what, like, if he has a bunch of negations, obviously, yeah, we can use droplets, we can use a lot of other things. But we're going to go ahead and kick it off with this. We'll see if he, like, negates this, whatever, right? Doesn't really matter, honestly. So this card counts as Cyber Dragon anyways, unless he has like a Solemn, which I doubt. Most of the cards count as Solemn, but the reason why I'm going to be putting back these 2 cards, I guess I could have activated the other card. At first, it doesn't really matter though. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start off with Special Summon Cyber Dragon. I'm going to do Cyber Dragon first. And then we're going to activate this. And then, like, wow, look at all your monsters are just gone. All your monsters, rip them all, man. See ya. And dang, we just had limiter, man. We just had 4,500 attack, and then we can still normal summon this. I mean, we get to add another Cyber Dragon if it's sent to the grave. It's still worth it though, because we can still go into like a Link Karibo, and it actually still has more attack, right? So ideally, like, you have limiter removal, that makes a game. I can have like Power Bond, that can make a game too. But everything is machine. And remember, next turn we can do this all over again. So unless he OTKs me, which I'm going to make it a little bit difficult. You know, like sometimes you get those combos where you can OTK, sometimes you don't, you know, and that's totally fine. Just kidding, I shouldn't have put this one in that zone. That was actually a mistake on my end, but it's fine. If it does get sent to the graveyard, yeah, no problem. No problem. Now, what's interesting is this actually may hurt his deck because he may need to use, like, dragons specifically. Like, it's kind of like how Zombie World messes things up, you know? So we'll see what his play is. He could still probably combo off a little bit. Let's see, what is... He's used Celestial and Red MD, though, so that could be something to consider, but we'll see. Okay, so whatever he does doesn't really matter, whether he attacks this or not. Okay, so we get this trigger effect. But yeah, the smarter play probably would have been to go into Link Karibo, but obviously we kind of done goofed it over there. Okay. So what I actually think is really interesting is that it makes it so this has 25. We just needed Power Bond last turn, but what I love with this over here, I can normal summon, like, I'm just going to do this so he doesn't have a Dragon Maid. So we just tribute summon to have less attack. But it's so now we just go... See, do you see how, like, OP this is? Like, it doesn't matter what they have, you know? It's just like, well, you don't have that anymore. And then this is 25 because this boosts it up. And then on top of that, just if we did have the option for Power Bond, that would be another option too. But it looks like it's just going to be GG. Easy. And that wasn't like, you know, it wasn't a turn 1 like OTK, but it's just to show you guys how powerful this is. If they don't get rid of Clockwork, next turn it's just GG anyways, right? That's pretty good. Alright, now that you guys have seen the gameplay of it in action, let me go ahead and talk a little bit about the deck, because there are some other things that I was like trying out and I just didn't like. So, first off, you guys saw the gameplay of a quick, like, you know, broken way to play the deck, which is just, bam, easy limiter, or you can actually use a lot of different things. You can Galaxy Soldier. Galaxy Soldier also lets you pull off OTK. Limiters, obviously OTK, very easy. Because remember, everything becomes machine, so you fuse with your opponent's entire board, and there's no monster effects activated over here. Now, true Cyber Dragon Core is an effect, but it doesn't really matter because its name becomes Cyber Dragon. So if they negate this, I don't think they're gonna negate this. This is all bait. Like if they negate this, it's good. The things that we run for the deck are going to be like Lightning Storm and Droplets in case they have spell negation. Because, yeah, you can't really get your spells negated. You actually just need this. And then you just summon. Any of these cards pretty much become Cyber Dragon while they're on the field, except for Galaxy Soldier and like the Kaiju. The Kaiju is just there as like another card if my opponent happens to have a monster that, like, for example, Nipomo Beast. Nipomo Beast would make this deck pretty much GG, unless the Galaxy Soldier and then I use Infinity to absorb. This is another just bait though. For the most part, the main win condition is honestly just Clockwork Knight. That's all you need. And then you just have any other card. And remember, if they don't OTK you, and you can make things like Link Kuriboh to stall, but, I mean, I didn't show in the gameplay, but it doesn't really matter. It's not important to it. But if you don't OTK your opponent, you can make things like Link Kuriboh, and then the following turn, if Clockwork Knight is still there, you just fuse with their whole board again, which is really, really, really entertaining. But I want to mention some other things that could be options if you want to. Like, I was trying out other things with this deck. I honestly don't really like Power Bond compared to Overload Fusion, and the reason why is because I usually use too many cards with droplets. Like, if my opponent happens to have, like, a card that I need to negate, I can easily still follow up with an OTK, because this is an OTK only deck, really. It's not, like, supposed to grind game. It kind of can if you want to put in more stuff, but I'll bounce over the cards. Obviously, Galaxy Soldier, yeah, you go into Nova and Infinity, it's great, especially when you discard the Cyber Dragon, because then you just get it back anyways. This card can allow you to OTK. You can also special summon a Cyber Dragon if your opponent only has 2 monsters, which, let's be honest, most of the time they're going to have lots of monsters because it's Yu-Gi-Oh, right? But if they open up and they only happen to have 2 monsters, Cyber Dragon, special summon, normal summon this, and you have an extra 1,000 attack, or 2,100. You just don't fuse with, like, the Cyber Dragon, right? And that can also really help out to make a game, because at the lowest, well, it depends actually if your opponent activates anything that lowers their life points too, because this default comes out at, as long as you absorb one thing, it comes out at 2,500, because for no reason, this also just boosts them up by 500, and then they also lose 500. And there was a duel, actually, that my opponent had, he was playing a zombie deck. He couldn't actually play because they converted everything to machines. So this deck actually stuns your opponent, depending on the deck that they're playing, because, like, they need a very specific one, right? So, all these over here, again, this is another, like, if my opponent happens to have something that can negate something that I don't want them to negate, I just go Galaxy Soldier. They're going to negate this because they already know, they should know what's going on. Again, this is just bait. This card, I really don't like it, but it lets you discard another monster to special summon this card from your hand, which actually facilitates the cards for your Overload Fusion. Originally, I was playing Power Bond, didn't like it. Again, I like it. I like this better because of the droplets. Then Desires, because, I mean, honestly, your whole deck is Cyber Dragon. All you need is this card. That's the only thing you need. 3 Cyber Emergency. This lets you know if they have any hand traps, but it also lets you add a Cyber Dragon and whatever card that you want. Really easy. Card Destruction for more consistency. Again, if I throw them in the graveyard, this is why I actually dropped the Power Bond, just because, like, if they're in the grave, heck, I could just Power Bond. There's another card, Cyber Twin. If you want to play Power Bond, you can consider running this. I just dropped Power Bond completely, though. But yeah, this card could be excellent because it can attack twice, and then it's basically game. If you fuse with your opponent, like, literally with 1 monster and Power Bond, it's game also. I decided to also play Triple Lightning Storm because I did not want to deal with any of the, like, back row. Because that could be something to run into. Then we have Card Destruction, which I already mentioned. Magical Mallet. You guys know this is, like, one of the best cards for, like, OTKing. Because, like, it's an OTK-oriented deck. Remember, you want to go second with this deck. Just 1 Repair Plant. I honestly don't really like it that much. But, like, it's like, I was thinking about what else can I use. I even considered running Regeki, Duster, but, like, honestly, like, your whole goal is to stop your opponents from, like, really having another turn. It kind of helps out sometimes if you need, like, that monster. Limiter, no explanation. You guys already know. Limiter is basically, this is like a 2-card win condition. It doesn't have to be limited though. This card plus Cyber Dragon usually can make it game. Also, this card plus Galaxy Soldier is usually game. You just need anything else that counts as Cyber Dragon, which in a Cyber Dragon deck with triple searchers, yeah, it's not that hard. Again, droplets to stop any things that would stop your Clockwork Knight. And then triple Clockwork Knight, as far as the extra deck goes, I mean, the only thing that's really important is Fortress. Rampage Dragon can definitely be used as well. And then we've got 2 Infinity, 2 Novas, 2 Sager. I think that this card can actually help out make a game as well than just like random stuff that like, you know, helps out. Sometimes you can absorb something just in case you want to, like, if you go for this and let's say they like stop its effect, you could go for that as well. Like you can just go right into Anima. These are other cards I was considering. Machine Dupe, surprisingly, I didn't really feel like it helped out that much. The thing that makes it you win is this, and I'd rather throw in cards like Card Destruction, Desires versus Machine Dupe. But Machine Dupe is definitely great. I mean, you can literally summon core, get out multiple extra copies of Cyber Dragon, then you can bait out a card by going in for Infinity, then they're going to stop that, and then you still have this card. Like, a lot of times they won't stop core's effect. So you go core, go for whatever, and then you go for Machine Dupe, then you get negated with your Infinity, and then you just go, okay, cool, you used your 1 negation, I'm going to go fuse the board now, and then you just go for game from there. But that's why I'm not running Power Bond and Machine Dupe. But anyways, that's going to go wrap it up for the vid. I just wanted to kind of explain some other things. But if you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. If you're new here and you want to see more new Yu-Gi-Oh videos in the future, subscribe to the bell and you'll definitely see more. Take care. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.